Hi, amazing seventh graders. This video will focus on argumentative writing. These are examples of students' argumentative writing that you completed this past week. Um, I will be looking at several examples and also asking you questions. Um, I will go over specific parts of the essay, especially where I saw some issues or where I saw some mistakes or you didn't follow the structure of the essay. Okay, so let's start with this bad boy. Okay, this is sample student A from UCLA. I believe they got all M's because they have all parts of the essay. The first thing that I looked to see was to see if you had 5 paragraphs. This person has one. They have their second paragraph here. I can't. I guess it's so difficult. Their second paragraph is here. Their third paragraph is here. And if I go down, you see their fourth paragraph is going to be here, 4, and then their fifth paragraph is going to be here, at the very bottom. That's the first thing that I noticed, right? If you're missing a paragraph, there's going to be an issue somewhere. You're either missing a body paragraph, or you're missing a kind of argument, or you're missing a conclusion. That's usually where students are missing something. The first thing that I notice, the first thing that obviously that I read is your your hook. And one thing that I noticed with students with their hook, sometimes they would just ask a question, like the question that's being asked of them. For example, let's say you're answering this question, should smoking be illegal, right? So that's their hook. And you should avoid doing that. It's a very weak hook, right? Don't just ask the question that you're answering. This person said almost 40 million United States citizens smoke cigarettes, and about 3 million middle and high school students also use tobacco-related products. That's a great hook, right? I love statistics. You guys know that already. This is their hook. Okay, everything else is going to be an overview. So this is the hook right here. For those of you guys who can't see it, everything else is going to be overview. Now, one thing that I noticed in the overview, a lot of students plagiarize their overview. Right, a lot of students got information from the sources and they just copy and paste it. Right, you're allowed to use information from sources as long as you say where it comes from. Right, it's not supporting any thesis statement. It's just providing background information. But if you ever decide that you're gonna copy and paste, you should always, first of all, you shouldn't copy and paste, um, because it's very obvious that that's what you did. And it's also plagiarizing. You're plagiarizing. So all this is going to be the overview, and the overview should be pretty extensive, right? We should get a pretty good idea of what's going on, like what's cigarette smoking, where does it come from, and so forth. What are some of the effects of it, right? That's their overview, and then we're gonna have the thesis statements. So this is where the student takes the side. I think the question was, should smoking be illegal? And this student is saying smoking should be illegal because it can damage your health and affect your surroundings. So this essay is going to be how this student is trying to prove that smoking should be illegal because it will damage your health and also affects the surroundings. Okay, so that's their thesis statement. Um, the first paragraph is going to be the most important. Now, let me erase all of this so we can focus more on the topic sentence because this was an issue. So I want you to look at her thesis statement. Smoking should be illegal. So she's saying that, right? And then she's going to say, because of the first reason is damage your health. So here, this is her first topic sentence. Smoking should be illegal because it can damage your health. You see how it has the thesis statement with her first reason. A lot of you guys, and girls, when I say you guys, I mean everyone, for your first topic sentence, students just wrote, it damages your health. But you have to say smoking should be illegal because it damages your health. right? Instead of just saying it damages your health. So that's one thing that I noticed that you need to fix. She did a really good job here. She restates her thesis statement that smoking should be illegal. That's the same thing as this stuff right here. But she also has her first reason. It can damage your health. And then this person has her evidence. According to Why Ban the Sale of Cigarettes, the case for abolition, it states more than 60 million Americans live with a disease caused by smoking. Oh, so this evidence is supporting that it damages your health. Let's see how it damages your health. For every person who dies because of smoking, at least 30 people live with a serious smoking-related illness. Smoking causes cancer, heart disease, stroke. So here this person is talking about everything that is caused by smoking, damaging your health. Okay? Um, so here she's going to have her explanation. This demonstrates that smoking can cause health damage. It can cause many different diseases that can be awful to the body. This is like cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung disease, diabetes, COPD, are all different things that smoking can cause. Because of that, it can affect the way humans' body work. It weakens the immune system. So here she's talking about the about the about the diseases that smoking causes. Now, what I expect to see in the second paragraph, or this paragraph, I'm sorry, the third paragraph, is the thesis again with her second reason. So here she's going to have her thesis, smoking should be illegal again, thesis statement, and then she has her reason again. Not again, the second reason, surroundings. If you can see here, this paragraph focuses on the first reason, right? Smoking should be illegal because it damages your health. The second paragraph is going to talk about the thesis statement with the second reason. Okay, that's something that I need you to think about because a lot of you guys did not do that, right? And then she has her second evidence, explanation. She did an amazing job. Okay, and now we're gonna go to paragraph 4, and this is where I saw the biggest area of growth, right? Either structurally or you misunderstood or whatever, right? Whatever it was. So here you have very specific sentence starters that I've given you. This sentence starter, many people believe that smoking can help relieve stress for smokers, right? That's the counter argument. I'm gonna just write counter argument, CA, right? And then here she's going to have the concession. After the counter argument, you will get the concession. Okay? That is a fair and fine point. And then she has the rebuttal. This is going to be the concession. And then she's going to have the rebuttal. But stress actually comes from smoking. Oh, whenever you have a whenever you have a counter argument, you have to respond to it. You have to actually respond to that counter argument. There's just no way around it. Counter argument that smoking can relieve stress can be responded by. This person actually says that actually stress is caused by smoking itself. So here she's gonna have really a smoker is making the stress for themselves. There are also many ways for a smoker to relieve stress instead of continuing their habit. So here, the kind of argument says that smoking can be relieved. Smoking can relieve stress. So this person is responding, well, smoking actually causes stress, and this is actually not this is not a good argument. That's not a good argument because there's other ways that you can relieve stress as well. So that's how she's tackling this. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys some more examples of counter arguments, but I want you to think. Once you finish your counter argument paragraph, think to yourself, did I weaken the counter argument? Did I attack the counter argument? Did I show how that counter argument is weak? Okay. Um, Let's keep going here. I'm going to show you guys more examples of kind of arguments because a lot of you guys struggled. And then we have the conclusion. Conclusion is you restate your thesis statements again. You focus on the overview again, and then what is it that you want to what is the overall theme? What is it that you want the audience to get out of this essay? Let's go to paragraph student B. This is from UCSC. Let's see how this student did. Cigarettes kill about 8 million people each year because of tobacco. Okay, that's a good hook. I like it. Cigarettes have many substances that can harm your body, which is pretty addictive because of the substance inside. But smoking has been the deadliest artifact in the world, killing tons of people. Avoid words like that. You can say many. The substance, tobacco, and nicotine are the reasons making smoking addictive that kills tons. And then here they're gonna have their thesis. People should stop smoking because it's bad for your health and can kill you. Okay, so they have two theses. They have a thesis statement with two reasons. Okay, first, smoking should be banned because it's bad for your health. Fair enough. I like it. I think they could have done a better job with their overview. According to source 4, it states, apart from causing emphysema, smoking also affects the digestive organs as well as the blood circulatory system, especially the heart and arteries. Okay, so that's good evidence that shows how it affects your health. This shows that it's really bad for our health and it causes an effect on the body that can cause death to smokers. With the substance inside the cigarettes, it can cause that within a breath of. I like that evidence, but I don't like the explanation. Like, why is this so bad? Why is that so bad, right? Let's look at the second paragraph. Furthermore, I love the transition that they have here. Smoking should be banned because it can kill you. I love these topic sentences. They did a good job with that. According to source 1, it states cigarettes can kill about 6 million people per year. But isn't that kind of the same thing as that? Can kill you and affect your health are too similar, right? Instead, they're going to talk about the environment. They're going to talk about secondhand smoke. This shows that if you are a smoker, you can possibly die from cigarettes within the substance inside. So this person probably got an S for evidence because their evidence is too similar and their explanation is pretty weak. Let's look at their counter argument. Okay, so here, this is their counter argument. Some may argue that cigarettes should be allowed because they can relieve stress or pain. Okay, let's see how they attack this counter argument. You have to attack it. That's a fine and fair point. But cigarettes can harm your body and lifestyle. They can kill you. So this is the problem. They didn't attack how they have to talk about stress and pains. They didn't. They just said, no, that's a fair point, but smoking is bad. Right? You didn't actually address the counter argument. This person will probably get an S minus. Their evidence, when you attack the counter argument, I want this to get into your head. When you attack the counter argument, you have to have evidence to disprove the counter arguments, to weaken the counter arguments. You do not need evidence to strengthen the counter arguments. For example, actually, I'll give you an example in a second. Again, when you are attacking the counter argument, you find evidence to disprove the counter argument. Let's look at student A. Student A, smokers shouldn't be allowed. Oh no, that's not paragraph 1%. I'm looking at paragraph 4. Paragraph 4. Many who believe that smoking can help relieve stress for smokers. This is a fair and fine point, but stress actually comes from smoking. So let's see what evidence they had here. Let me find it. So they're saying that smoking can relieve stress. And let's see how they attack this. When you're stressed, the urge to smoke can be intense. You might, okay, keep going. In fact, smoking tends to create more stress. You see how she has evidence to disprove this? How can smoking help with stress if I have evidence to prove that smoking causes stress, right? Again, the evidence that you're using is to disprove the counterclaim. So again, you have to, after you finish writing your counterclaim paragraph, you have to go back and think, did I attack this counterclaim? Did I show how weak this counterclaim is? Okay, that was UCSC. Let's look at a student from you. Actually, I don't know what class is coming up next. This is UC Davis. This person wrote, mental health days. Schools should have mental health days for students. Okay, here, this person wrote the thesis statement, right? And that's not what I wanted. I want a hook. If I'm reading an essay on mental health days, I wouldn't continue reading this because I'm not engaged, right? Let's continue reading. So this is their hook. For American teens, 5.8 Avengers, the Avengers, score for stress. I think they mean average. For American teens, 5.8 of average score for stress, which is never good. I have no idea what that means. I'm already kind of confused. Schools have always been stressful for students when they're around their age of 13 and 17 years old, which is around the time period of middle school and high school. It is not good. It is not good the school is running ruin their mental like it is, and making people drain from doing their work. So this person is saying that students need mental health days, right? Um, One thing that I noticed here from the start is that there's an issue. Why is there space here? And then the font is different. I'm not sure why the font is different. So it's gonna be hard for me to find the thesis statement just based on the fact that this is here. Okay, so another reason why they should be mental health days is because the students can get overwhelmed, causing them to give up, making their grades drop, not showing in. So I don't know where the thesis statement is. I'm guessing students can, I don't know. I think that it's here. But it's unclear because it's kind of, so they're saying that's another reason, but what's the first reason? Students can stop wanting. So you see, your your thesis statement should be the last sentence of your first paragraph. So here, this person has they didn't indent as well, which is an issue. Schools should have, because I don't know. Is this the first paragraph? I don't know because I don't know where the paragraphs end. If you indent, it'll be easier for me to figure it out. Schools should have mental health days because students are getting stressed. Okay, so this person saying that students should have mental health days because students are getting stressed. According to the Very Well family, it states concerns about not having enough friends, not being in the same class as friends, not being able to keep up with friends in one particular area or another, interpersonal conflict, can be stressed. This evidence doesn't support. What is a mental health day? Does that mean being out of class? I don't understand. Like taking a day off? And then this is really confusing. And I just want you to think like what is the structure that I want? I want a hook overview and your point of view, the thesis statement. Schools should have mental health days because they can get overwhelmed. Who's they? Who's they? According to the J, okay, research show that excessive homework. So now we're talking about homework. I mean, I don't understand. Like this entire essay, I'm just really confused by. Um, Furthermore, students should get. So we have one paragraph, maybe two there. We have three, four, five, and then six paragraphs. Furthermore, students should get mental health days because some students in the world just need a break and to relax. Yeah, don't. I mean, we all need a day to relax. I I'm really confused. According to students should take mental health days, it says mental health days are important because they give kids time at home to recharge. Whether your child is struggling with mental health challenges or just a rough week, a day off to recuperate can reduce. Yeah, it's called the weekend. Okay, let's look at the thesis, the counter argument. Some may argue that schools shouldn't have mental health days because they are a waste of time and students will just fall behind. This is a great counterclaim. This person did a good job with this. Let's see how they attack this. Well, when I hope that you guys are reading your essays before you submit them, because the issue that I'm having with this essay as well is that it's really hard to follow. I think they meant well, that's a fair point. However, if the student still does their work but just at their pace and not rushing to it, it's over before the class is done, would make a big difference. According to the Washington Post states, once you have made up your mind, find the right campus contact for mental. It doesn't address that. It doesn't. This student most likely got several N's because they just didn't meet that expectation that I set. Here's an example of a counter. Student did a really good job with the counterclaim. I think their thesis was that smoking should be illegal, right? Because it looks like the counterclaim is that smoking should be not be illegal. So this is paragraph 4 of this student's essay from UCLA. Some may argue that smoking should not be illegal because it's a choice. Yeah, that's people will say that. This is literally what people are arguing. People are saying you can't take my cigarettes away because it's my choice, right? I can do whatever I want with my body. Let's see how this person addresses this counterclaim. Right? Let's see if they're able to weaken it. That's a fair point, but inaccurate. I love this because a choice should not affect others who do not make that choice. Beautiful, right? So this person is going to talk about how cigarette smoking is not just a choice you're making, but a choice you're making for other people because you're impacting other people. Let's see. According to the article, health effect caused by secondhand smoke, written by the CDC, it states there is no safe level of exposure to secondhand smoke. So she's talking about secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke is the smoke that you are around when you are next to a smoker. Right? When you are next to a smoker, you're not choosing. Maybe you can walk away, but you inhaled some of it already. Okay? People who do not smoke and who are exposed to secondhand smoke, even for a short time, can suffer harmful health effects. Health problems caused by secondhand smoke in adults who do not smoke include coronary. So this person saying, listen, your choice is giving me this, it's giving me this, it's giving me this. So how's that a choice, right? So this person did an amazing job, a beautiful, incredible job attacking that it's a choice. Secondhand smoking harms people at a 41,000 people die per year, even though they didn't choose to smoke. This is unfair. These people are aware of the harms and choose not to live a lifestyle of being addicted to cigarettes. They value health over relief to stress. So really, really amazing job. Let's look at another example. Another strong example from UCSC. This person was talking about abortion. So this student was saying that abortion should be legal, that women should have the access to abortions. So her counter argument is that some people say that abortion should be illegal because they view it as a murder. Okay, so this student, her thesis statement, I want you to get that in your mind. Her thesis statement was that abortion should be legal because women should have that right. Okay, so the counter argument to that is some people actually do say that abortion should be illegal because they view it as murder because they're killing a fetus, right? Um, but that, and then she responds, but that is not true. Abortion is not murder. Let's see how she attacks this claim. According to an article titled "Fetal Consciousness and Facts About Abortion," it states, "Rocks aren't conscious, plants aren't conscious, and that's why they lack rights. Minds matter, and so does the fact that embryos and early fetuses completely lack minds due to the inability, due initially to the absence of a brain and nervous system." I love this piece of evidence that they use. There's really arguing how can it be murder if the fetus doesn't have a brain or the fetus doesn't have a nervous system, right? The fetus doesn't think. It's kind of like they're comparing it to a rock, if you ask me. I mean, that's what they wrote. Same article states it's what's morally significant, not whether fetuses have heartbeats or can move or can even respond to stimuli. Okay, so she did an amazing job there. Your Your interim is coming up next week. It's going to start on Monday. And you are going to be writing another 5 paragraph essay. And I know you're going to do an amazing job because you've shown me that you're really, really strong writers, right? Remember the structure of the essay. You have the first paragraph is going to be the hook, overview, and thesis. Your second paragraph is going to be the first topic sentence, right? Your topic sentence is your thesis with your first reason, your and evidence and explanation. Your third paragraph is going to be your second reason, your topic sentence again, your thesis with your topic sentence, which will be your second reason, your thesis with second reason. The fourth paragraph is going to be your counterclaim and rebuttal. Remember, your counterclaim is the opposite of what someone else might think, opposite of you. It needs to be a logical one. Don't just make something really weak just because you want to tackle it. And your last paragraph is going to be your conclusion. Remember, paragraph 1 is going to be the most important. Paragraph 2 is going to have your thesis, your topic sentence with evidence and explanation. Paragraph 3 is going to have your second reason, your topic sentence, your thesis with your topic sentence, evidence and explanation. Paragraph 4 is going to have your counterclaim. This is going to be paragraph 4. Counterclaim with rebuttal. Your rebuttal is your response to the counterclaim. And I really want you to think about this. You have to have evidence to disprove the counterclaim. The same way how this student has evidence to disprove the counterclaim. Some people argue that you're killing a fetus, that you're killing a person. But this student is like, no, that's wrong because they don't have a brain, right? This person here, some people are saying, well, smoking should not be illegal because it's the choice. Well, this person says, no, that's wrong because here's my evidence, right? It actually does impact other people. You need evidence to disprove the counterclaim. I really want you to think about that. You need evidence to disprove the counterclaim. Now, some of you submitted an essay that lacks a structure. Lacks a structure. Like this one lacks structure, right? You should have very structured paragraphs, right? Your first paragraph should look something like this. So you should start here. You see how I indent it? Right? That's your first paragraph. Your second paragraph is going to be the same. You see how I'm going to indent here. I indent there. That way I know this is my second paragraph. Okay? Your third paragraph is going to be the same. You're going to indent that, and then you're going to... That way it's easier for me to read. Some students literally submitted an essay that looked like this. You have some writing. You have writing here, and you keep going like that. And then it goes like this. And then you have something like this. And then you have something like this. It's just really hard to read that. That's it. To me, whenever I see that, I know that there's going to be an issue because the student, they're struggling with the basic structure of the essay. And when you struggle with the basic structure of the essay, you're most likely going to struggle with the essay itself. It was also disheartening that I saw essays that looked like this because a lot of issues would have been saved or would have been solved just by doing a spell check. And I know that Illuminate doesn't allow, I don't know if they have spell check, but a lot of these would have been fixed just with basic spell check. You have to go back and read and read and read your essay. The goal is not to finish first, the goal is to finish strong. I believe in all of you. Every single one of you can do this. Yeah, be strong, be strong.